To get this Halloween nail art design, I started by painting my nails green, and on my thumbnail, using a cosmetic sponge and some black acrylic paint, I coloured the side of my nail. Of course, if you don't have acrylic paint, you can use nail polish for this entire nail art design. Then once the nail is dry, I'm using a thin nail art brush to draw a V shape onto my nail at the top near the cuticle. These are going to be the arms of the ghost. And then in between the V shape, I'm drawing the ghost's head. And my acrylic paint is really way too thick here. If yours looks like this, you just need to add some water to thin it out. I then added his body and coloured it in, leaving the end part really thin for his tail. I gave my ghost 2 coats of paint, waiting for each layer to dry before applying the next. Then when my ghost was completely dry, I used a dotting tool to give him some black eyes and a mouth. If you don't have a dotting tool, you can use a toothpick to create the eyes and nose of the ghost. Then on my index finger, I'm doing 2 ghosts peeking from the side of my nail. For the first one, I'm doing a curved line for his arm and then filling in his body at the edge of the nail. And then for the second one, I'm just going to do a ghost's head peeking from the side of my nail at the tip. Then using my dotting tool and black acrylic paint, I added on the faces to the ghosts. Then on my middle finger, using my cosmetic sponge, I painted the tip of my nail black. And using my nail art brush, this time I did an upside down V in the middle of my nail, because this ghost is going to have downward facing arms. And then I added a circle to the top of that V shape for his head. And then added a body onto my ghost. Once my ghost had had 2 coats of paint, I added the eyes and mouth. On my next nail, I've done random circles to represent ghosts' heads, peeking from the sides of my nails. I've done 3, but you can do as many as you can fit on your nail. Again, once it was all completely dry, I added the faces to my ghosts. If you like, you could give each of your ghosts a different expression by changing the eyes and maybe doing diamond shape eyes or triangle shape eyes, but I've decided to keep it simple for this tutorial. On my smallest nail, I'm using my cosmetic sponge to paint the top of my nail around the cuticle area. And then at the tip of my nail, I'm doing a really small V shape. That's going to be the arms of my little ghost. And then in between the V shape, I'm adding the ghost's head. Once the ghost had had 2 coats of paint and was fully dry, I added on his face. I added a glow-in-the-dark top coat to each of my nails, and this is my finished Halloween nail art design.